What? What's that? Could you speak a little louder? I can barely hear you. I sure can't see you. Let me put my glasses on. Oh, there you are. You're so small. Wow, you're tiny. Can you see her, boys and girls? You're so small. I'll lay you down gently. Wow, no bigger than a speck. Can you believe it? Could anybody really be that small? Well, I have a friend named Horton, the elephant, and he also heard something from someone very small. Thank you to Penguin Group for letting us read a little bit of Horton to you today. There's Horton, taking a bath. On the 15th of May in the jungle of Nool, in the heat of the day, in the cool of a pool, he was splashing, enjoying the jungle's great joys, when Horton the elephant heard a small noise. So Horton stopped splashing. He looked toward the sound. That's funny, thought Horton. There's no one around. Then he heard it again, just a faint little yelp, as if some tiny person were calling for help. I'll help you, but who are you? Where? He looked and he looked. He could see nothing there but a small speck of dust blowing past through the air. I say, murmured Horton, I've never heard tell of a small speck of dust that is able to yell. So you know what I think? Why, I think there must be someone on top of that small speck of dust. Some sort of creature of very small size, too small to be seen by an elephant's eyes. Some poor little person who's shaking with fear that he'll blow in the pool. He has no way to steer. I'll just have to save him because, after all, a person's a person, no matter how small. Gently using the greatest of care, the elephant stretched his great trunk through the air and he lifted that dust speck and carried it over and placed it down safe on a very soft clover. Now, if you want to know what that sounded like when that little tiny voice was speaking, I have a page to tell you about that. Because here's what happened when Horton heard it. Then Horton stopped walking. That speck voice was talking. The voice was so faint he could just barely hear it. Speak up, please, said Horton, and he put his ear near it. My friend, came the voice. You're a very fine friend. You've helped all us folks on this dust speck no end. You've saved all our houses, our ceilings and floors. You've saved all our churches and grocery stores. Can you imagine a grocery store, a house on a little tiny speck of dust? Is that possible? I don't know. But it is true that no matter how big you are, how small you are, you're very important to us here at White Pine District Library. Speaking of small, and small being children, do you remember back many days, many weeks, many months ago when we used to have story time here at the library and let you boys and girls come in and have great fun with us? We'd like to be doing that again. Back then, we were able to play with toys and eat things and make crafts and listen to stories and do activities. Well, we would like to start our story time again here at the library starting next week on the 30th. But we'll have to do it a little bit differently. You'll want to come here at 10 o'clock, not too early, never too late. And when you come, we'll let you in the library at 10 o'clock and you'll come in and find a spot to sit. Do you remember we used to sit on these cushions? Sometimes we let you get off the cushions and go do other things and go back to the cushions. From this time forward, until we do things differently, you'll have to go and sit on a cushion along with your parent, whoever comes with you, and you will have to stay on those cushions in that spot because we have to stay away from each other. So you'll have to go and find your spot. It'll go something like this. If you're ready for a story, find your place. If you're ready for a story, find your place. Let's all gather near so everyone can hear. If you're ready for a story, find your place. And once you find that place, you'll need to stay there. And mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, you'll need to stay with your child in that spot. And then when you get to your spot, there'll be a little bag of kind of playtime things, maybe some Legos, maybe some blocks. And you'll get 5 minutes to play with those things. And then you'll hear your teacher, either Miss Patty or Miss Michelle, say something like this. Get ready, put away those toys, and you'll have to put them in the bag and put them away until the next week. And we'll all stand up together and we'll do this. 2 little feet go tap, tap, tap. 2 little hands go clap, clap, clap. 1 little body twirls around. 1 quiet body sits on the ground. Then we'll get our hands ready to listen to the story. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Now our body is almost all ready to listen to the story. I listen with my ears. I see with my eyes. My whole body ready to learn and be wise. And Miss Michelle or Miss Patty will be saying those things with you every week to get you ready. Once you're ready to start the story, then we will share books with you and maybe do some finger plays with you, maybe some stand up, sit down activities. We'll show you everything that's in your busy bag that you'll be taking home, and then you'll be able to get some books to take home with you too. So, some things I want to tell you about that will be a little different when you come next week. And if you can't come, that's okay because we will still videotape and film this story time. The teacher will be on the computer for you to go ahead and watch and then come get your busy bag if you can't come to story time. There won't be any snack here at story time, but don't worry, there's always some kind of snack in your busy bag to take home with you. There won't be any arts and crafts to make here at story time. Don't worry though, there'll be lots of arts and crafts for you to take home and make at home. This week, if you come get a busy bag, you'll be able to make some Horton Here's a Who ears. You'll be able to make some pattern strips. We have lots of little alphabet stickers for you to play with. Some fun things in this envelope that I can't even tell you what all's in here. It's just crazy stuff. So you can make some crazy stuff like Dr. Seuss might like. And many, many other things. Activity sheets, things for your mom and dad to do to work with you, all kinds of things. And this week you even get a free little book to read. You can have someone read it to you, and then pretty soon you'll be able to read it to them. I think so. So we'll have our arts and crafts to take home. And so the teacher will tell you everything that's in the busy bag. And when we're all done with our story and our activities, it'll be time to clean up our area and say goodbye. And this is how we'll do that. Are you ready? Are you ready to go home? To go home? We had fun together, playing with each other. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Hi ho, it's time for us to go. Put all things back, grab a busy bag, sack, hi ho. And how will we say goodbye? One little finger says bye to my friends. Second little finger says playtime ends. The third little finger says things are ready to go. The fourth little finger says remember things I should know. The fifth little finger helps us wave bye bye. We'll be back next week, so please don't cry. So those are the things that we'll be doing every week. And starting next Tuesday, the 30th at 10 o'clock, there's a couple other things I'd like to let you know. You boys and girls, because you're 5 years old or younger, you do not need to wear a mask. But all moms or dads or grandmas or grandpas, and the teachers here will also be wearing a mask. You can still hear me, and I'm still here, but we'll be wearing this to keep the germs off of each other. And we have to stay away from each other. That's why we're going to sit in our spots. At the very end of story time, you'll be able to pick out books to check out and take home if mom or dad or whoever brings you says that you can. However, moms and dads, we're expecting you to keep right by your children because we have to have you put anything that they touch that you don't take home on one of our browsing tables. And they have to be clean before we can put them back on the shelf. So we're asking you not to let them grab a lot of things. Well, there's the doorbell. It's time for us to go. We'll see you next week, either here at the library or on the computer. Bye bye, boys and girls.